Now, if you've got a saltwater aquarium particularly, the best thing you can ever do is have a quarantine tank. And a quarantine tank just has to be a simple tank like this with a filter and a heater. Great if it's got a light for observing any issues. Get your fish, put them into here at a salinity of about 1.017, maybe 1.018. Settle the fish in, then slowly raise the salinity back to full salinity. If you want to keep the fish in here for a month, just make sure they're happy, make sure they're feeding, make sure they're not showing any signs of issues like white spot. And then once the salinity, temperature and pH is the same as the main tank, you can just catch the fish, throw it straight in the main tank. This will avoid most issues with new fish being introduced. But if you are treating a fish from your main tank and you want to put it in the quarantine tank to treat it, it's a really great idea to do a freshwater bath on the fish before you put the fish into the quarantine tank. So your main tank might be a salinity of say 0.024, 0.025. Then you catch the fish out, throw it into some fresh water. The fresh water must have the same temperature and pH as the salt water. Throw the fish in the fresh water for 10 minutes. That way any sort of pathogens gets killed. Generally it'll kill the pathogens. The fish are usually strong enough. You then throw the fish straight into the quarantine tank where you might have a salinity of say 0.017, 0.018. That will make the environment basically untenable for the pathogens and will greatly aid the immune system of the fish by reducing how much energy the osmoregulation system requires. So this is a very simple way of massively aiding your fish. You then can use any sorts of like proper medications in the quarantine tank without fear of issues with your main display tank.